Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marty's Toy Box. In honor of 2K22 coming out in, like, literally a month from tomorrow, actually. That is wild to think about. But in honor of 2K22 coming out, I thought it would be fun to go through all of the 2K games and basically see the evolution of them. And we've had a bunch of other games as well, SmackDown vs. Raw, we've had All-Stars. I was thinking about putting WWE 12 and WWE 13 in here, but those weren't produced by 2K, they were produced by QHC, I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless, 2K14, I played every 2K game. I think the earliest game that I can vividly remember myself playing is All-Stars. So when these 2K games came out, it was just mind-blowing, and it's wild to see how far they've come. So 2K14, the cover on it was The Rock doing like the "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking" little pose on the ring post as the cover, a nice red background on that. And here's a screenshot from the game, CM Punk and Undertaker. And for this being what it was, this was like revolutionary, I guess you could say even. Back then, like you gotta think this is 2013. Like, the graphics we had was not the greatest, but, like, this game, it was just absolutely mind-blowing to see as what we've seen before and what we see now. It was just mind-blowing to see. And you see Taker and Punk here at WrestleMania, New York, New Jersey. I don't know what number this was. There's too many numbers in WrestleManias. But this is what the graphics sort of looked like right here. And for it being what it was amazing. And then their roster selection, I love how they did the roster selections back then. You had all your superstars on the main roster menu right here. You see their pictures, you can go through them. Downloadable, divas, managers, custom superstars. Compared to what we have now, which of course you guys will see later on. People in this roster feature like old school Jinder Mahal, 3MB, The Great Khali, Dean Ambrose, David Altonga, R-Truth, Diesel, Eddie Guerrero. Bunch of cool names in this. This is one of the smaller rosters that we've had in the games. And this is what the main menu looked like. Play, 30 Years of WrestleMania, Universe, Creations, Online, My WWE, Options, and Shop. And then going on to 2K15. But before we do that, I just want to talk about one thing. So, from 2K15 to 2K16, 2K16 to 2K17, and so forth, you've noticed these little small changes to the game, like, oh, they changed the kickouts and stuff like that. You've never really seen such a big jump. The last time we saw a big jump was 2K14 to 2K15. And if you see the screenshot that I showed before of Punk and Taker compared to 2K15, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Like, my cousin showed me this, and he's like, is this John Cena from WWE, or is this from the game? And I'm like, dude, honestly, I cannot tell. Oh, the different screenshot was the entrance, I'm pretty sure. But we have not seen such a big development in the game and such a big jump in a long time. And that's what we're seeing with 2K20 to 2K22. Completely revamped. Everything about it is different now. The controls, like, everything is different. And we have not seen such a big difference in games. For the last time we saw it was 2K14 and 2K15. So it's very exciting to see what 2K22 is going to have in store. They even have the freaking Thunderdome in the game with the images on the Titantrons from the 2K dev team. Like, that is mind-blowing. We have not seen such a big jump as we've seen from 2K14 to 2K15. That's the last time we saw it. The major jump from graphics and gameplay and everything like that. From 2K16 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 to 19, and so forth. You'll notice these small little changes in the just development of the game and the controls and stuff like that. We have not seen such a big jump as we will be seeing in 2K20 to 2K22. Anyways, 2K15, here's the screenshot, or actually, first, John Cena as the cover, of course. And then you see a picture of Cena in the game. And, like, 2K14 was good, but just seeing the jump, oh my god. I'm pretty sure 2K15 is when Ukes hopped on to making 2K games, and then he stopped in 2K19, and now he works for AEW. So I have high hopes for the AEW game as Ukes is creating it. But here's Cena right here, his never give up, his green attire. This is what the roster selection was looking like here. Same place as 2K14, same exact little lineup. And this is what the main menu looked like. Play, 2K Showcase, Who Got NXT, Universe Creations, and if you had Xbox, Xbox Live, of course, My WWE, and WWE Shop. And then next up is 2K16 with Stone Cold on the cover. You see the glass shattering everywhere and breaking and stuff like that. Amazing cover. Here's a screenshot of, actually that's the 2K, yeah, that is 2K16. Here's a screenshot of some Cena of the game. This one's sort of blurry. He's doing a AA to, I think that is Neville? No, it's not Neville. Some NXT guy. I honestly forget who it is. It might be FTR, actually. That attire kind of is recognizable. And then here is what the main menu looked like. This is when they switched it up to choosing from superstars, custom, downloadable, and stuff like that, and kind of having to scroll through it and find the wrestler in alphabetical order compared to having their pictures everywhere, which I prefer that way much more to the newer way, I guess you can call it. And then here's the main menu. Play, 2K Showcase, My Career Universe, and then like this gray background with Stone Cold there. And then on to 2K17, you have Brock Lesnar right here with the lightning bolts coming out behind him, and him as the cover and everything. This is a screenshot from 2K17 of D-Generation X, Billy Gunn, and Road Dogg, and once again, looks fantastic. And the water bottle, or no, it's not holding water bottle. His hand's sort of just in a weird location there. But the D-Generation X, like the kisses on his attire or whatever, then the microphone, such a good screenshot. I love this screenshot right here. This is what the selection was looking like, same as 2K16. And then you have all the roster, like Aiden English, Alberto Del Rio, Alicia Fox, Alundra Blaze, Andre the Giant, AJ Styles. Absolutely mind-blowing to think that we had all of this back then, especially with 2K15. This is what the main menu looked like. They kind of switched it up here. Just not really any pictures or anything. Then you go through Play, My Career, Universe Creations, and stuff like that. Then on to 2K18 with Seth Rollins as the cover. Right here. I think this was in his face gimmick, I don't want to say. It might be heel, though. Screenshot from Finn Balor from the game. And honestly, if you show someone just these two pictures side by side, of course without the 2K game logo in the middle, or in the bottom left, if you show them this and like a sort of pixelated screenshot of Finn Balor from real life, I don't think they could really tell a difference, if I'm being honest. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think how they create games and how far they've come. But Finn Balor, right here, looks really good. Really, IRL looking-ish, I guess you could say. It's really good there. And this is what the menu looked like. You have the same setup, but sort of a more modern design. The names were bolder and stuff like that. And then this was the main menu. You have these rectangles with the My Player, Universe Creations, Community Creations, Online, My WWE Options, and Store. I didn't know we ever named it My Player before. I thought it was always My Career Mode. And they switched it to My Player for 2K22. And I don't know how I feel about it. 2K20 had one of the worst ever My Career modes that I've ever played. I'm excited for 2K22's though. It's going to be really good. I hope so, at least. And then on to 2K19 with AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, as the cover. A screenshot from the game of Ricochet and the NXT Arena. Looks really good. And this is what the main menu looked like. Sort of a white background, but the same options that you've always had. And then this is what the main menu was. One-on-one, all of that stuff. And then you can go to the top and sort through it and everything like that. Then on to 2K20. The first time we have ever seen two people on the cover. A male and a female as well. That's like two records in one time. Becky Lynch, the Man, and Roman Reigns for 2K20. I was sad. I'm still sad we never got Dean Ambrose as the cover, as he's no longer with WWE. But it is what it is. We've had 2/3 of the Shield. I wish it was 3/3 of the Shield. And then there is a screenshot of Trent 7 from the game. Once again, the graphics in this is amazing. We don't really see that many graphic changes in 2K22. Like the graphics are sort of critiqued, but the whole game engine was revamped, and we'll talk about that in a minute. This is what the main menu looked like, the one that we are all used to. If you play 2K20, I still play 2K20. Just the same little walkthrough or whatever, scrolling through, finding the person. and then the blue background. And that's what the main menu looked like. Play, 2K Central, my WWE 2K Originals, My Player, Universe, Online Creations. Was it really my... Okay, I'm just discovering something I did not know. I swear it was my career mode, but it's just My Player. Okay. Well, that's one of those... what do they call? I don't know. Like the Berenstain Bears, but it's Berenstain or Stain or something like that. Whatever that's called, I know that's a saying for it. I just don't forget. I swear that's what's happening right now. I thought it was my career mode, but it's actually My Player. Anyways, on 2K22, you have Rey Mysterio as the cover, with him like sort of flying down, all the bolts behind, like lightning bolts, color bolts, whatever you want to call them, coming through him as he's flying through the cover, I guess you could say. And this is a screenshot from the game, and there's not really more, nothing much. There's no main menu screenshots. There's no, main menu screenshots, and then there are roster selections, of course, as the game's not out yet. But 2K22, their motto is it hits different, and honestly, it might hit different as, like, the graphics. Okay, first of all, amazing graphics. It looks very bright in the background as well on this Raw stage, and then you have Rey Mysterio, even the small details, GOAT right there, then there's his tattoos and his, like, head scan, or whatever you want to call it, and everything about this is just amazing. But that's what I was saying. We have not seen a jump as big as we're getting this year since 2K14 and 2K15. Never have we seen that before. And it's just wild to think about. A month from tomorrow, it comes out. 2K22. It's 30 days, whatever you want to call it. I still got to pre-order it, by the way. I definitely got to do that. I will do that today, actually. But it's just... we have not seen this much stuff happen in a while. So... Yuke's created 2K15 to 2K19. He was the main game developer. Then he left to work for AEW, which is respect. Or he just left, and then AEW came along, and he started working for them on their game, which is respectable, of course. But in 2K20, they were faced with revamping the entire game engine, which is a hard task to do, and people don't think about it that way. They're like, oh, it's too glitchy, it's too laggy, stuff like that. For the position that they were in, with the timestamp that they had to get the game out and released by, it was good for what it was. We had 2K Battlegrounds, but they've had 2 years to redevelop the whole game engine without use there, with a new head creator for the 2K games. And I cannot wait to see what it's going to be like, how it's going to be. They switched up the controls and everything. It's going to take some getting used to. But... just the evolution of 2K is crazy. The evolution of games in general is mind-boggling to me. But in honor of 2K22, I thought I would make this video. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. What was your favorite 2K game? I'm very intrigued. What was your guys' favorite 2K game that you've played? Mine, honestly, I would say 2K19. But you guys may have a different opinion. Let me know. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.